Hi, and welcome to The Wind Inside. I am kicking this off, another round of Monstrosity to try to finish this round. I'm not kicking off a new round, I'm kicking off a new episode. Wow. I just got back from my job at the library, and I can't wait for the next book. I've got the windows open. As you can see, it's blowing my hair everywhere. It's blowing the papers everywhere. Hopefully, the microphone is not getting blown out. Django would like to say hi. I just had to open the windows. It is a perfect spring day here, and I was like, oh, I have to open the windows. So we have light behind me, which never happens, so I'm sorry that it's darker here. I can't even see the screen very well, but let's pick our next card. I'm always excited to see what I'm reading next. Now, if you're watching this in June, which I know you are because today's the last day of May, and I don't know when I'm going to finish this round, but I am going to go ahead and draw a book, and then I'm going to take a break for the month of June to do my other readathons and those kinds of things. So you're seeing this, maybe you're seeing this in July, but just know that I'm starting it today. Oh, it's not the last day of May. It's the 29th of May. Let's just see how long it takes me to finish an episode with 5 books. Or I'm hoping it's 5. Okay, here we go. First card. Oh, a queen. 5 crowns. A queen means we do 6 and 6. That's so funny because we just had to go backwards and do 5 and 5. So let's see where we're going to end up with our 6 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A 3-word title. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A 50 before 50 book. That is fantastic. Okay, let's look at our choices. 3-word title. The Storm King. Age of Myth. I think it's not The Age of Myth. Okay, wow. That is very windy all of a sudden. Harrow the Ninth for sure has 3 words. That one's over 500 pages, so I'm probably not going to read that right now. The Lost Apothecary. It looks like I have a few options. One Last Stop. Oh, I've been wanting to read that Casey McQuiston book. A Spindle Splintered. I wanted to read that one too. There's too many. The 3 Dahlias. That one's brand new to my list. Oh, and The Tainted Cup. That one is brand new too. And my library has it. I just saw it today at work and I was like, oh. Okay, I think I'm going to go with The Tainted Cup. That's what everybody is reading. I'm reading it for Emmeline, but I don't know where I can find the audio. I don't know if it's on Libby or not. Okay, so I reserve the right to switch back to The Storm King, which, well, I have to pay for it on Audible. And it is just called Age of Myth, and I already own it on Audible, and Harrow the Ninth I own on Audible, but Harrow is so long, I just don't think I have time to do that. The Lost Apothecary's on Libby. I should have just looked here from the beginning. It's easier to see everything about them. The Road Trip. The Expected Detectives. That's 3 words. Somebody just said they recommend that one, or they wanted to know what I thought about it. This is everything I'm reading in June, which you should have already seen that episode. Okay. I'm going to have to see what I can find online. Wow. I can see it's going up when the wind blows really hard. So I'll just cut that out as much as I can. My hair looks like it's alive, just moving. Sorry. Okay, let's go back. The other one is a 50 before 50 book. Do I have any? Oh, I do have a 50 before 50. This Lexi Blake book needs to get read before June. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go look at all of those 3-word titles and pick the shortest one because I need to get both of those books read before June 1st. And it's the 29th. So I have 2 days. I have tonight and then 2 days. Okay. I still have to finish the one I'm reading right now and then start these. So, wow. Okay, I need them to be really short. Let me go look. Okay, I went through everything that has 3 words in the title and wrote down how many hours. I made a little note on the thing right here. Wow, this wind. How many hours they were. And A Spindle Splintered is only 3 hours. And I didn't realize that the Lexi Blake book is also 3 words in the title, but I'm going to use it for my 50 before 50. It's only 5.5 hours. So I can definitely finish both of these books before we kick off the readathon on June 1st. So let me get them copied over. Okay, so we're right here on A Spindle Splintered, and then we're going to go down here. Oh, let me move it to the front. Okay, we're going to go down here to, I don't know, just one try. I don't remember what it's called. Anyway, to the 50 before 50 book. But we are right here making our way around. Hopefully we won't go backwards again like we did last time. And we'll just keep going. But I'll be back to check in when I finish A Spindle Splintered. Okay, I am sorry that I forgot to come check in when I finished A Spindle Splintered. But remember that I said I was trying to finish by January 1st. If you can see the bottom of my screen down here, it is Friday, May 31st, 2024. I have finished A Spindle Splintered, and I have finished Just One Taste, I think is what it's called. That one was actually a reread for me, and it's so far into the series that I can't even say what it is, other than it's a romance that continues people that are tangentially related to the romance that started the whole thing. So, A Spindle Splintered is so very cool. It's so short and still so cool. So we have a girl with a terminal disease who, as a lark on her 21st birthday, when she wasn't even supposed to live that long, pricks her finger on purpose on a spinning wheel just to see what will happen. And things happen. So I loved it. I love the commentary, especially of the like parents. I don't have any personal experience on either side of this issue, but the parents dealing with the child who has a terminal illness, and it's not necessarily an illness either. I mean, it is, but it's not like she acquired it in the last year and she's dying. She has been dying since she was born. And so watching the parental dynamic with her in that was really good. I thought it was really well done. And the more I read from Alex E. Harrow, the more I like. And I do have the second book after this because I bought them both together in like a bundle package. So I'm definitely going to try to get to that one sooner rather than later. But that means that we are caught up and we are pausing right here. So you won't notice that there is a pause, but unless you're paying attention to the bottom of my screen where it tells you the date, then you'll notice that there's been a pause. But otherwise you won't know. Maybe I should go ahead and see what's next. No, I'm not going to do that because I'll just be wanting to read that instead of the books that I need to read for June. And speaking of those, I did go ahead and give them a tab. So these are all the books. The 20 books that I'm trying to read in June. You see how I have them divided up so that I know where I can find them all when I'm ready to listen or read. So that's everything for right now. That's my check-in for my 2 books. I'm down here. We're still making our way around the board. We've got to finish the gray. We've got to do all the pink and half of the blue. So we still have a long way to go. I know that you cannot see this one very well. Let's see if I can get it to zoom in. There we go. So one of you have taken the stuff and made this very cool board with your stuff on it. She made the arrows smaller and then she's added her own things on here. I just love it. And the colors are beautiful. I like how her big ones are a different color from all the rest of the things. Anyway, I thought that she did a great job. Her name is Amara, and she said she would send me like a higher quality one for me to share on Discord, but I think this is fine. We can see what this looks like, but she did such a great job with this. So anyway, you guys are the best, and you always come up with wonderful ideas and beautiful things that you've created. So thank you for sharing them with me. If anybody else wants to share one, I would love to hear it. But anyway, I'll be back to draw a card sometime in the future. I know it's been a long time and I'm not here to play Monstrosity. I'm here to cut off where I just ended and talk about how we're going to do this in the future. So I know I didn't finish this round, but this round is going to be over for right now. I have been doing some thinking. I'm going to be changing up some of the prompts on here, but I'm not changing a lot of them. Maybe what I'm trying to say is where I have like a couple of things where I have multiple ones on here, like random number, that's on here a couple of times. I'm going to take it off one time and I'm going to replace it with something else, and we'll talk about that in a second. But first, we're going to look at this. These are all the books from all the games that I have played and all of my story graphs all the way up to here. So the last video that you guys saw was Sorry, when I picked my Sorry TBR, and my story graph for June. And then the solitaire game also. So with these last 3 games that I played and all of the games that I have played, here is what we're looking at. Yes, this is a lot of books. And here's what I've decided I'm going to do. Going forward, you already know about the Litwits that's going to be happening every month. And I'm playing Jake and Stacy's Battle of the Bands, which we're creating. I'm creating that TBR right now. And what I'm going to do is draw from this list as much as possible from this group of books right here. So for both the Litwits and for Battle of the Bands for July, I'm going to try to get as many from here as I can. And then we will see what we're left with after that. But another thing that I have been trying to do, and what I'm going to do today, right now, is I am going to order the bookmark that Amy has at A-Star Reads that has the timer at the top of it. I'm going to order that bookmark because I want to spend more time physically reading books. Now, that does not mean that it has to be a book novel. It can be a graphic novel like this, or it can be an ebook. That is totally fine, but I want that timer. I want to carry it around with me, even with my Kindle, and say, like, I'm reading right now. And I want to track the amount of reading that I can do, physical reading that I can do in a week. Because I have been watching Amy's project for June, and I love the way she has said, I'm going to read this book off of this shelf for 1 hour a day. And if she gets to 20 minutes, like she has 20 minutes left and she's like, I'm falling asleep, I'm not doing this, I'm adding 20 minutes onto tomorrow. Like, I love that. I love that she does that. And I just want to start out small. I'm going to start out, honestly, with 20 minutes a day and say, I have to read this book physically or ebook 20 minutes a day. And those are going to be, I've got this book right here, Servant Mage, which I know everything's small for you. I'm sorry. I've also got Road Tripped that I just discovered is only an ebook. There's not an audiobook version of it. This book, Divinity's Twilight, I'm almost positive is only on Kindle. And then I have the Honey Phillips book, Drakkar. It's the 7 Brides for 7 Alien Brothers. That book is only available on Kindle. So I at least have 4 just in my top section. And you can also tell those are the ones that I've been skipping over and not reading because I don't read them. But I want to. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with that. I will check in with y'all in a few months and we'll see how this experiment is going. But I just wanted to come back, give you the update on everything that I have read, the last check-in that I finished over here. And then I'm going to take all these off. And the next time we play, we're going to have a few different prompts in here. It's mostly going to be the same. But my other rule is I cannot play a new TBR game until the current one is gone. So let's go look at what number 3 is. So this one is actually storygraph, so that does not help. But I need to get the storygraph off of here. These are both on Everand with no audio. This one's on Everand with audio. So I have 2 books on this storygraph that need to be read. And then right here, this one is is Kindle Unlimited, no audio for this one. But let's go to this, Snakes and Ladders, okay? So until I finish these 4 books that I've not finished on this list, I can't play Snakes and Ladders again. But as soon as I finish these 4 books, Snakes and Ladders will be the very next thing I do. So I hope that makes sense. I'm not going to, right here, The Sims. I have 3 books left to read. And until I read these 3 books, I don't get to do a Sims TBR game again. So since I know how much I love playing the TBR games, I really want to get these read so that I can play TBR games. So again, I finished this one over here. Hold on. I finished this. Let me put that there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm very excited to read all of these. Like, I wouldn't have put them on this thing if I wasn't excited to read them. Like, that's why they're on this list. So I am going to prioritize reading physically or ebook, and I'm going to prioritize finishing some of these sections or these groups that I have that need to be finished so that I can play more games, of course. So let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know. I still have been getting a couple people's monstrosities that y'all have created. I love them. When you share with me over on Discord, it makes me so happy. So if you're not over there, come join us at Discord. We're not a super busy channel. We're not going to I don't know, spam your Discord all the time with things. We post over there once a day, maybe every couple of days, somebody will post something. There is a currently reading thing, and that is probably the most popular one, where maybe once a day somebody will come on and just say what they're reading, and then other people might chime in, but it's very low key and it's very chill. But I love it when people come over and share what they've been doing. Oh, speaking of birthday, my husband gave me these earrings for my birthday. They're books. They're like 3 books that are connected to each other. They're cute. Anyway, I think that's going to do it. I know this was just a short little check-in to kind of show you where I am right now with what's going on and ending this round, but we're going to come back. It's going to be better than ever. You guys have also given me some ideas about how to do punishments better, because I don't really have any punishments right now, except this Joker is a punishment, but that's about it. So I have gotten some ideas from y'all about how to do punishments, and I think that's going to be added into the next round as well. If anybody else has any thoughts about punishments, or what happens when we finish the whole thing? I would like to be able to buy something or get something or do something as some kind of reward for finishing the round. So I would like to know that as well. And then we will jump back in the monstrosity. As soon as we finish the July stuff, we'll check back and see where we are, see what games I get to play for the next month, and then see where we are in the monstrosity. That is it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video, where I'm going to be picking my Battle of the Bands TBR. Bye.